interest rates right now, interest rates are still holding steady. We have not seen much movement at all with interest rates. So while I wouldn't sit around waiting if interest rates is one of the factors that's keeping you from making the move, I wouldn't sit around waiting for that. However, there's been a lot of speculation around the future of interest rates coming up. So a big factor that comes into play with in determining mortgage interest rates is the Fed rate. Jerome Powell, who is the current Fed chair, has been pretty steadfast in not really wanting to make any changes in that Fed rate. However, our current president, Donald Trump, is trying to put a lot of pressure on him. He wants those mortgage rates or those interest rates in general to be lower. He wants Powell to lower that Fed rate. So while Powell is very steadfast on keeping those rates pretty steady, some of the speculation around those rates is that this idea of a shadow Fed chair. So basically the idea is that Powell still has quite a bit of time left on his tenure as the Fed chair. He doesn't seem to want to change these rates too much. However, Donald Trump has speculated around the idea of naming who he's going to pick for the next Fed chair much earlier than typical. And even though that person would not officially be the Fed chair, a lot of mortgage interest rates are speculative based on what they think is going to happen in the Fed, not what is currently in place. So if Donald Trump names who he is going to pick for that next Fed chair, it's possible that instead of looking at what Powell is doing, the banks and the other organizations around mortgage interest rates are looking to what the next Fed chair is saying they're going to do and adjusting interest rates to factor for those prospective changes rather than what is currently happening. So that will be really interesting to see if that takes place. That'll be fairly unprecedented, and it'll be very interesting to see how the future speculation of what the next Fed chair is saying they're going to do is going to affect rates versus what is currently in place.